right?
Mm-hmm.
If they're doing sister locks.
Yep.
I don't know nothing about dreads.
Yeah.
I just
She
wake
tried
up
to
and
get me
wash
to
it.
get sister locks, but I was like, no, I can't have my hair the same way all the time.
Can't do it.
I can't do it.
I have my hair the same way every day.
That's all right. You might as well go and get them.
Every day, as I like to say.
No, I'm talking about when I was growing up, I couldn't have my hair the same way.
Yeah.
Now, you know, I never wore braids or anything, but when the medication and everything, my hair wouldn't lay down. So his mom, my sister, she did my hair and grew it back, and the texture just finally came back, but it was really bad.
Shout out to mom.
Shout out to mom.
She said my son.
I think Uncle Charlie got him.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready, man.
Are you gonna say your signature? Or you just go.
Let's start the show.
Oh my! He's showing out for you.
Let's start the show.
He's a cursor. That's what he want to do.
No
I'm
cussing
snitch.
today. No cussing. No cussing.
Okay. Welcome back to the All In Show.
You.
I'm your host Hollywood Harwell. We live.
You.
We got that. We live for sure. We got a special one today. But before we get to her, we're gonna make sure we shout out the live as DJ.
Yeah.
He can read real well too.
Yeah.
That's his thing. That's
I
his
can read.
signature. And he good at
He
chess.
told people I couldn't read.
I never said
So,
that. I never said
think
that.
I can read.
I never said that.
My boy.
What's good, bro,
How you
Dusty?
feeling, man?
Man, I feel good, bro.
Traveling.
Man,
We out here
another
traveling,
one.
man. We out here traveling, man. Like
North
NBA.
side of Chicago.
Like NBA.
Yeah. I'm going to personally take care of this one because this is my aunt. I'm not going to introduce her. We make sure you're a legend here. So we don't introduce the legends. So if you could give us your name, your hometown, your zodiac, and if you have an iPhone or an Android.
I have an iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah, we starting the show off right, my boy. Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here. Noog,
My name
your
is
nephew Noog said love.
My name is Rochelle Hines Pepion.
Okay.
I'm a Capricorn,
Okay.
and I'm alive and strive.
That's what we talking about.
Yeah,
What's your hometown?
My hometown is Chicago.
Okay. Where were you born and raised in?
Chicago.
You were born and raised in
Chicago.
Chicago?
Yeah, until I was 6 years old. Then I moved out to St. Anne, Illinois.
Yeah.
Amen.
I only say it because we got a lot of viewers out there in St. Anne for sure.
I went to school in St. Anne.
Yeah.
I went to St. Anne High School.
You was a Santa Ana Giant, then you was a Cardinal?
I was a Cardinal.
For sure. Okay.
Trying to
St.
figure out her
Anne.
mascot said.
My daughter just was out there.
Trying to.
I know
I was homecoming queen too.
Were you?
When
I
I was
didn't know
a
that.
junior, yeah.
Okay.
And my older brother Gordon, he escorted me. And then my other brother Frank yelled, "Hurry up so we can get rid of that dress."
Hurry up.
When they say on the field, they say Rochelle escorted by Gordon Hines, and he was like, "Okay, Rochelle, you know we got her turning that dress."
Oh no. Don't get it dirty either.
That's the way your brother.
Don't get
That's
it
a
dirty.
rental. Let's go.
That's a rental.
It wasn't a rental. But
It wasn't a rental?
it wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
He just yelled it out.
Just to mess with you?
Yeah.
Shout out to bro.
Tell me that don't sound like something I do.
Bruh.
Shout out to the uncles, for sure.
And you said you got an iPhone.
I could have one.
Yeah.
What that mean?
Yeah, man.
So, for some reason, he created this whole thing, and most of our viewers love this. They want to know if you have an iPhone or Android, because we battle. I don't like iPhones.
Oh, okay.
And he team iPhone, Mac,
We looking
Apple,
good.
all of that.
No, I used to have an Android,
What happened?
but my son, he
He made you get one?
gave me his old iPhone, and he put me on his bill, so I don't have a bill. That's how I got
See,
my
come on
iPhone.
now.
So, you know what? That makes sense. Let's downgrade to the iPhone so it's free.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
what
what
it
she
is.
wanted,
What she got though?
but that's what she got, because it's free.
What she got?
Because it's free.
What she got?
Because it's free.
Let's start this thing, man.
So, we're here. She talking about she got both. You can't come in here with an iPhone and an Android. You
Who
got to
got
pick a
both?
I
side.
got both. I don't have both.
Bonnie
Man.
Bella says she got both. Come on.
She probably, man.
We ain't even
I
finna-
had my iPhone for 2 years now, right?
Okay.
Good.
If you had a
iPhone
choice,
too?
which one would you prefer?
Yeah.
Well, I know how
It's
to
an
use
iPhone
the,
over there too, bro.
Android.
Shout out.
She know how to use the Android. She prefer the Android. We good. That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
Nah, dog.
So we here. This is a very special episode. We're here for a specific reason.
Yes.
We are here because you are looking for a kidney.
Yes, I'm asking for a kidney.
Okay. So before we get into that, let's just talk about kidneys as a whole. What is the primary function of a kidney?
The kidney is what help the fluid comes out of your body, and any type of waste. It works really well with your liver, but because my kidney is damaged and none of them work, I don't urinate, and so I have to go to dialysis to take the fluid off my body. So I can't hold a lot of liquid because it doesn't digest, it doesn't go through your body.
Right.
So the kidney help flush out waste. And so not only does it flush out fluid, it also cleans your blood.
Got it.
And since it can't function, I have to go to dialysis to get my blood clean and to take off fluid off my body.
Okay, I didn't know they take fluid off the body as well.
Yeah, I also have to watch my fluid intake.
Okay.
Like when I first started dialysis, they told me I could only have 16 fluid ounces total. So that's just that one bottle.
Right.
So to do what I did is I ate a lot of ice. Because you can have a big giant thing of ice, but when it shrink down, it's only like a fourth of a cup.
Right.
And then I eat like watermelon, and I eat fruit and stuff with juice in it, like grapes. So those things don't count. But any type of fluid, like if I wanted to drink, I don't drink soft drinks except for a Sprite. I don't drink. They told me that I should just drink simply lemonade. I can't just drink any kind of lemonade.
Okay.
And what I do is I just use a shot glass for anything that I drink.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, because I have to watch my liquid intake.
Got it.
People always offering me something to drink, and I'm like, no, I'm good, And it was like, well, it's just water, But then after my surgery, my doctor told me I was dehydrated. And he told me that I should drink more than 16 ounces.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing.
What are you up to now?
Oh, I don't know.
So you're allowed to drink fluid freely now.
No, I just need to drink more than 16 fluid ounces.
Got it. Don't go crazy, but drink.
Right, and since I have that freedom, it's helped me. But I already trained myself to drink less.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to, because I would love to drink a gallon of water. I used to drink a gallon of water a day.
That's me.
Before my
Easy.
kidneys went out. But they don't tell you that makes your kidneys and stuff work harder. They tell you need it, but you really don't need that much fluid. Because if you're putting that much fluid in you, your kidneys is working even harder. So I'm not saying to stop drinking water. I'm just saying you shouldn't probably drink as much as a gallon a day.
Especially if I can get what you're saying. Especially if your kidneys are failing, that would make it even harder for it to work.
A lot of people say you don't look like you're on dialysis, and you don't have to, you don't look like a dialysis patient. Is because I listen to what they tell me to do, and I do watch my diet, and I do take care of my health, and if you miss like a day or so of dialysis stuff, all those things are counted against you. Because when a kidney does come, if you're not doing what you're supposed to before you get a kidney, then they be like, you're not a good candidate to get a kidney.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So when did you first discover that you were having kidney failure?
In 2018.
Okay.
Well, I was just telling you in 1998. 1998.
Right.
They told me that I had protein in my urine. But I was like, well, what does that mean? I thought it was my diet. I thought it was something that I was eating. And I just found out this year that with the pamphlets they had at the dialysis centers that that was an indication that your kidney was starting to, they said when you find protein in your urine, that's saying that your kidney is leaking. Nobody explained me this to that. None of the doctor in 98, they told me that I had protein in my urine, and I even asked my husband, what does that mean? Is it my diet? Is it some, am I eating too much protein? Because I didn't know where it was coming from. I didn't understand the concept. But in 2000 and what is it? 23 in 2018, no, 2019, I found out that I was having kidney problem when I was on a treatment, and they were getting better, but I caught COVID.
Oh.
And it was before the shutdown. It was before they knew it was COVID.
Right.
Because they told me my metabolism out, so they gave me an infusion. They gave me all kind of drugs, and my body was freaking out because I'm a vegetarian and I don't take drugs. And so all that I could actually feel, everything, all the medicine going in the back of my head and stuff.
Right.
And I told them my kidneys, they just both failed. They were getting better. You know what I'm saying? The medication was working because they had me on steroids for 2 years.
Right.
And I think because I was on the steroid, prednisone, that's what saved me from the COVID, that I wasn't like being hooked up to tubes and stuff like that, because I was already on the what you call it? The prednisone. I was on that, and I think that's what saved when I had COVID, that it wasn't detrimental like it was.
That's what got you through that.
Yeah, like, you know, people were dying and everything because I was so sick. I was sitting in the chair. I couldn't even write a check.
Really?
And then I had to crawl to my bed. It was my birthday too. Worst birthday present ever. And I was like, oh my God, I had never experienced any type of sickness like that. I didn't have an appetite. I did lose my taste and everything. And that's why I think it was COVID. And then after that happened in January. In March, they shut everything down. Mm-hmm. But I was still on the treatment. I thought I had some type of flu, and I was like, I was so sick. I said, I better go to the hospital because, you know, I'm already on the treatment for my kidneys.
Right.
And they didn't want to give me anything because I was on the treatment for my kidneys. So Swedish Covenant sent me home, and then I ended up on a rush, and that's when I got the infusion and stuff.
Okay. Stephanie Campbell says, "Is that Rochelle?"
Yes, this is Rochelle.
So Stephanie Campbell wants to make sure that's you.
What's he say?
Is that Rochelle? I ain't never called her that. That felt good. I ain't gonna lie. It's been my Roro forever.
For sure.
So did you make any lifestyle changes once you were diagnosed outside of water?
Oh yes, I cursed out my family because they wasn't helping me.
Okay.
She was high stars.
And I had to get
Why you
them
look at
straight.
me? Why you look at me?
No.
I'm messing with you.
I had to get them straight. I'm talking about this family here in this house.
Right. Get it right, sir.
And then this was when I was on the treatment for my kidney. But when my kidney actually went out, they all pitched in. And they did help me. I mean, my daughter Kelly, she's the biggest help because I couldn't dress myself.
Yeah.
And I felt so defeated because I couldn't do for myself. And, you know, I'm the person that does for everybody else. Mm-hmm. And it was so hard, you know. And I felt so alone and lonely and defeated because I couldn't do for myself. I wasn't ashamed or embarrassed, but it was really hard for me. And then at the same time, my mother-in-law, she was sick. She couldn't walk and everything. And I was determined not to lose my mobility. So I walk the dog 6 days a week. You know, I walk every chance I get. You know, I keep myself mobile because if you don't move, you lose it.
That's true.
If you don't move your mobilities, you start to use it, especially when we get older. You know, so those were one thing in my mind that I said, no matter what, I forced myself to get up. And then when I was able to do for myself, I made sure that I continue to do for myself. I mean, because my daughter's like, you need help? I got it. I was like, no, I need to, you know, try. But she was there for me. Like during the pandemic, on the prednisone, I was so swollen from the steroids. Mm-hmm. I couldn't fit none of my clothes, none of my shoes, nothing. Man. I was like 286 pounds. And then when they took me off the medication, the weight just fell off. You know, when I started dialysis, I was losing when I started dialysis, I was 268 pounds, and now I'm just 200.
Nice.
So I go,
I'm glad it came
fluctuate.
down.
Yeah. And they, you know, they want me to lose 20 more pounds because they say it's better to be 180 so your new kidney won't have to work as hard.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, a couple people who are talking to you. D'Angelo McCurry, your nephew.
Right.
Make sure to let you know, nephew D'Angelo. Stephanie says again, hello, classmate. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
And cousin
nice
Penny. Cousin Penny.
Uh-huh.
She says prayers.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I see you, boy.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to do your job, my job. I'm everywhere. You chilling. I'm trying to be like that. That's what we all.
So, should I talk about if a person want to give me kidney?
I got questions for it, but if you want to, go ahead.
Okay, so if a person want to give me a kidney, they could live with one kidney too.
Right.
Both of my kidneys went out. And then they said if someone wanted to donate, they could still have a family. You could still produce children and everything with one kidney. So, if anybody want to give me a kidney,
yeah, we definitely looking for a kidney.
You still could have a normal life.
Yeah, definitely. So let's get into some of that.
Okay.
So, what are the steps of the transplant process?
So if you want to donate your kidney to me, all your expenses is paid through my health insurance. You don't have to worry about anything. They have room and board for you here in Chicago if we go to Northwestern, because that's where I'm trying to get a kidney from. And they my insurance, and they have charities that help support all your needs. And it's a really in and out procedure. It's not detrimental. You won't be laid up in the hospital a long time or whatever, and it'll be a blessing to me. So
absolutely. So I done a little research.
Okay.
The average person is under watch in the hospital for 2 to 4 days, and then they're moved to a non-observation room for another 3 to 4 days, just to make sure everything goes smooth.
Right.
And then after that, the recovery time can take up to 6 weeks.
So
complete recovery.
So I had
yours is a lot longer.
No, so I had my kidney removed because my left kidney, they found cancer on it. So August 1st, they took it out, and they told me to get up and walk the next day, and I did.
Right.
And I've been walking ever since. They say because you don't when I was sore, but I wasn't in pain where I couldn't walk.
Right.
So I had the IV thing, walking with the pole and stuff. And I just been walking ever since. They tell you to walk as much as possible to keep your flesh moving and not to swell up. But they did great work at Northwestern.
Shout out to Northwestern for taking care of my auntie. Yeah. Definitely. So what does it mean to be on the kidney transplant waiting list? What exactly is that?
Well, I haven't got on the list yet because I still have... I took my stress test. They want to give me a ultrasound to check my heart. They want me to have a colon check again and a mammogram.
Got it.
So once all those things are completed and everything is no problem, then I could get on the list.
Okay.
Because they don't want you if you have any underlying problems, then you can't really fight for the kidney.
Right.
And they don't want to do that. And if a person wants to give me a kidney but they have underlying problems, bless your heart, but you wouldn't be able to give me a kidney.
Got it.
Because we don't want anything to happen to you.
So does that person have to be on the donor list to give you a kidney?
No. If a person is offering me my kidney, that speeds up everything really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. So if somebody say, "Oh, Rochelle, I want to give you a kidney," then Northwestern was like, "Well, let's see if we could get you in here," know, and they might speed up all the things they wanted to make for sure. But they just really thorough in everything,
So Teresa asks, does the blood type have to match for them to donate?
If your blood type doesn't match and you want to donate me a kidney, they'll swap it to someone that matches my blood.
Got it.
And I still get a kidney.
Right.
If it's not your blood, if our blood type don't match, they do a swap to someone that has my blood type that's given a kidney. Right.
So you can still get a kidney, just wouldn't be that exact kidney.
Right.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
That makes me go right away, just like I was getting a kidney.
Right. So how long do you know how long the average person waits to receive a kidney once on the list?
They told me because of my blood type, it would be anywhere to 3 to 6 years.
Yep, that's what I read online too.
And
everything
because October, this would be 3 years. So, and when you be on the list, they go from the date that your kidney went out.
Got it.
So, I've already did 3 years.
Okay. How long does a transplant surgery take? When you had yours removed, how long do you think that took?
I don't know, because they knocked me out. Your mom probably could tell you better than I can.
She is watching, so
because
Mom.
she was in the waiting room mad because they didn't come talk to her, but I was out, so I don't know.
That's a good thing.
And then at first they were saying there was complications, but when I went to do the follow-up, she said there was no complications.
That's good.
Yeah, and she was happy with her work, and I was too.
That's what I'm talking about. So will you have, for you, I know the person who has a kidney given, taken to give to you, I know they don't have any medicines. Do you have to take medicine after that?
Oh, yeah, you have to take a lot of medicine. You have to take medicine to fight off any viruses or germs and stuff. And they were saying that now they made it where it's not as much as it used to be. But all that happens when you first get the kidney and see how it goes. Because sometimes you have to take medicine for the rest of your life to keep the kidney functioning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did read that for the rest of your life you have to take medicine.
But right now,
so that your body doesn't attack the kidney.
Right.
Yeah. I can't think of the name of it. But.
Because your body can think it's a foreign and push it back out and kick it out. And, you could get a transplant and it's a chance that your body won't accept it.
That's true. That is true.
There's been a lot of people that had kidneys and everything for like 5 or 10 years, and then their body, it
just rejects it.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's because they didn't follow orders or whatever. If I get a kidney, I'm following all kind of orders.
Right.
Because I know,
makes sense.
No, I know what it takes to keep it. So.
Right. Your sister, our mother, she claims him too. I want to. Yeah. If I don't claim him, she gonna get me. She said it took about 2 hours. They kept changing the time.
Well, yeah, they told me that I was coming in at 2, but they didn't actually see me until like 3. So I don't know how long it was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and then once they gave me anesthesia, I was out like a light.
Yeah.
Whenever I go in the hospital, they have to give me anesthesia.
You out.
Yeah, because if they don't give me anesthesia, I start to panic, because for me, if I don't know what's going on and you stabbing and probing at me, my blood pressure just shoots up. So yeah, and I freak out every time I see my own blood.
I don't like needles.
I know when I was doing dialysis, my blood just started when they I got a graft in my arm, and that's the access where they stick the needles in to give me my dialysis treatment. And when I first used it, because I used to have a catheter on my chest, they didn't tell me that I shouldn't take aspirins before my treatment or anything like that.
Right.
I walked out like a crime scene. I had blood everywhere, and it was my blood. And then like it started squirting, and I started running. They was like, "Mama, where you going?" But I hate seeing my own blood. They say
slow down,
I do. I hate seeing my own blood.
I'm the same way. I don't like blood. I don't like needles.
And then they, after the surgery, they told me I had to stick myself to get blood thinner because I couldn't take the pill. I said, I can't stick myself. So, of course, my daughter, she stuck me every day. Bless her little heart. Yeah. Because I was like, I can't do that. I was like, can I go to Walgreens or something so they can stick me? And they was like, no, we can show you how to do it. I was like, I can't do it. I know I can't.
Right.
That's like a nightmare, just thinking all my blood just going to waste all over everywhere.
So what do you say to someone who wants to donate a kidney or any other type of organ, right? But they still really nervous to give it?
Well, I could tell them to
they right there
to investigate the pros and cons. But I would feel so blessed and happy if you gave me your kidney, because I do want to live and I don't want to do dialysis for another 3 to 6 years.
Right.
So I would say thank you, and I'll be forever grateful. I would pay you, but you can't pay you because that's illegal. You can't buy a kidney.
Can't buy the body.
No.
Right.
But I would be forever grateful.
Okay.
But it's something that you will have to think about, but it's nothing that will change your life. You could still live a normal life. And then they also said that if something happened down the line where their kidney went out, then they would be first for a transplant. They will already be bumped up in line for a transplant, especially if they already gave one. Right. So.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So, let's say you get the kidney, and will you be able to live a regular, normal life after that donation if everything goes well with that kidney?
Yeah, I would.
The body functions normally as if received a kidney?
Yeah. I'll start urinating and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to go back to work?
Yeah. Because when my kidney went out, they automatically put me on disability.
Yeah.
Right.
I get paid once a month. It's like a punishment.
I'm sure.
I was like, this is horrible. So I have to regroup. That's a life changing.
Right.
Of setting boundaries on spending and everything. And it's really hard because if it was just me, but I'm a family of 5 and I'm the head of the household.
Shout out to the family.
Yeah, and then my husband's on dialysis too. His kidneys are bad, so we both, we doing everything together.
Teamwork.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
But his went out because of his diabetes. I don't have diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any underlying problems.
Right.
The only thing that the other major surgery is that I had my thyroid taken out.
Uh-huh.
But I don't have any underlying problems. I've been taking really good care of myself. So,
Kimberly Sparks Spears says she sounds just like Red Wanda.
Rwanda.
I'm reading how she said. She don't want me to say her real name on here. So prayers. She says prayers to you.
Thank
then
you.
Your sister said, I love you so much.
Thank you.
So, do you know what the requirements are to be a living donor?
Well, you can't have any underlying problems. Like you can't have diabetes.
Right.
You can't have pulmonary, meaning heart trouble or things like that. You can't have like stems in your hearts and stuff like that because you need your kidneys just as bad as I would. So if you have any underlying problems, you wouldn't be a good candidate.
That makes sense. So I actually wrote this out. I went and looked it up for us, just in case. So generally, donors should be between the ages of 18 and 65 years old. You should not have any major medical or psychiatric illnesses, and you must not be pregnant. So those are the things that you said.
Right.
You should not be overweight, although you still may be a potential donor if you lose weight.
Right.
If you smoke, you must quit for 6 weeks prior to surgery. You also must understand the risks of this surgery and comply with all instructions on the follow-up medical care.
Right.
So if you want to be a donor, those are the requirements. For some reason, there are a ton of people talking, and I can't see them in the comments.
Why not, bro?
I don't know.
Because your computer's slow.
Is that what it is? It's not a Mac.
It ain't a Mac.
I knew that's where you was
It
going.
Mac.
I knew that's where you was
would have seen
going.
the comments before they type.
You ain't bring your computer today?
I got it over.
You've been pretty quiet today. What you got to say?
I'm just listening, bro. Listening, supporting. My dad had diabetes real bad, so I kind of already know some of what's going on.
Did he have breathing problems too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had all that. So.
Is he passed?
Yeah, he passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So, I just listen, try to support.
I want to live. So that's why I'm asking for a kidney.
Right.
But there's times where I get discouraged because I'm tired of going to dialysis 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of sitting in the chair for 3 hours and 15 minutes 3 times a week. And then it limits your mobility. Like, I can't go on a 7-day vacation.
Right.
I mean, I could because they have it where you could go to a different state and somebody else could stick you. But I don't like everybody sticking me.
I heard
That I hear.
And then, like, when they put the graft in my arm, I used to get clogged a lot. That's another reason why I don't like everybody sticking me.
Yeah.
So
That's understood. It definitely is.
So when I went to a destination wedding in last year in May, and I just went the 4 days from Thursday to Sunday, and I missed 1 day of dialysis. But because I always follow procedures and stuff, I'm good. Because I always follow procedures and stuff, they told me that I could miss 1 day. I just had to watch my liquid intake.
Got it.
And all through the vacation, I just ate ice.
So Greg, Mashonda's husband, has said something. I can't see it because Mom spoke to him, or maybe he just came in the chat and she spoke to him. And then she also said she wished she could give you a kidney. She really wish she could.
Who?
Your sister.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I can't get a kidney for any of my brothers and sisters.
None of them are donors for you?
They all have underlying problems.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Your mom had those headaches.
Migraines, yeah.
Norm have high blood pressure.
I don't think
Frank
they
had
want you to
6
put all their business out there. I don't think they want
I'm
that on the
sorry.
world. They watch it, they gonna beat me up, though. Don't do
on the
it.
show, nah.
You know, I'm normally the snitch, but them the ones that can hit me.
No, but I'm just saying.
They can hit me, bro.
No, but the reason why I say that is because somebody else might want to give me a kidney and they have the same problem.
Right.
So it's not like I'm telling their business.
Right.
I'm just telling
Well, any business out. I have nothing to do with it. Go ahead.
I'm just explaining to
I'm not
them
gonna
what
get
an underlying problem is.
I understand.
And
So,
I know that my brother and sister would want to help me. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I just want to put it out there that I appreciate the wanting, but I understand why you can't.
Right.
So
For sure.
that's why I'm putting it out there. I ain't trying to do no dirty laundry or anything.
say, I ain't trying to get beat up. I ain't trying to get beat
No
up.
dirty laundry, bro.
So again, you said it costs the people nothing to donate a kidney.
It doesn't.
The regular recovery time is usually a total of 6 to 8 weeks. That's full recovery.
Well, that's after.
For the person donating to you.
No, that's after the procedure.
Right.
They tell you don't lift nothing for 6 weeks heavy.
Right.
Like that, because when I had when they took my kidney out, I couldn't lift nothing heavy for 6 weeks, no more than 5 or 10 pounds. And they told me to make sure I walked. That was my recovery.
Okay.
I didn't have to take any medication except for the blood thinners because I couldn't take the warfarin pills.
Right.
And that my blood is too thick, so they didn't want me to clog. So if you on blood thinners or something like that, then it's stuff you have to be careful of.
That makes sense.
So,
For sure.
That makes sense.
and even if you are taking like warfarin or blood thinners, that doesn't mean you have an underlying problem. That's something that they can live with or adjust. But you would have to take the injections because you can't just go back to taking the warfarin like you used to.
Right.
For sure.
Okay. I think we done learned a lot here today.
I definitely did.
I found the fact, this was as of 7:02 this afternoon, 103,632 people need a life-saving organ transplant. And that's just a waiting list. That ain't the people who have not made the waiting list.
Right.
And of those, 59,025 people are actively on the waiting list. So there's some people on the waiting list and they just on the list.
Yeah.
Right.
And then these are the people who are...
Well, that's why they tell you to ask for a kidney, because if you ask for a kidney, it takes you off the list.
For sure.
Right. Agree.
But if you have to wait till someone donate a kidney, then they go into the order, especially if it's done anonymously, then they just get a kidney.
Right.
They just give it to the next in line. Children go first.
Mm-hmm.
The younger go first because they haven't lived their life. And I have lived a pretty nice life,
Okay.
but I still want a kidney.
Yeah, we want you here for sure.
And then, I'm still pretty young, even though I'm like 62. But
You were young 62.
yeah,
Real young.
Yeah, and if you had hepatitis or something like that, you still could donate because they give you those anti drugs, and then after you have the kidney, it's just disappear.
Really?
So even if someone had hepatitis and they donated the kidney, I wouldn't have hepatitis.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Right. Bonnie says, we serve an awesome God. You are in our prayers.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Your sister said thank you to her too.
Prayer is the most thing that anyone can give me,
Yeah.
because God is awesome.
Right.
And anything is possible with God. So when I first found out when my kidney went out, I felt like I was in a twilight zone. I couldn't believe this was happening to me because I felt like I was taking very good care of my body.
Mm-hmm.
But then all I could say is, whatever you have in store for me, God, then let me just glorify your name. But it was really hard at first because I didn't know what to do. I couldn't get a second opinion. They wouldn't let me out the hospital until I agreed to have dialysis. So it was very frightening because I was in the hospital 14 days when my kidneys went out.
Yeah.
They were hoping and praying that they might kick back in and stuff, but they didn't. And I had to go on dialysis. And I was in a twilight zone, and I was worried. And it was during COVID where you couldn't have visitors, and so you were alone.
Right.
And then one of the nurses the nurses at Rush, they are so welcoming and warm and caring, and they shout out to Rush nurses.
Shout out.
And she
doing a
said
shout out.
just think that God found the way for you to live.
Yeah.
So I'm living a good life,
Yeah.
even though I do want a kidney. And I don't have anything to be upset about, and I don't know why it happened to me, but I'm still here and I'm still living.
Oh, yeah.
But I would love to have a kidney.
For sure. Anybody want to donate, please reach out.
Yeah, reach out to us and we'll get you in contact with her.
Sure.
So we don't want to put our information out there. But if you do, you can reach out to me. Broke Dusty will get you right to her.
Yeah, or you could just call Northwestern Hospital Kidney Department and tell them that you want to donate a kidney to Rochelle Hines Pepion. But you can say Hines, and I'm gonna make sure they know that I'm the Hines that they're looking for. So,
what was the name of the hospital again?
Northwestern.
Northwestern. Okay.
Kidney Department.
Yeah. And your sister said you can reach out to her too. Anybody reading the comments? This is the part of the show we normally do shout outs.
Yeah.
You can go first. You've been real quiet.
Man, I've just been listening, bro. Shout out to everybody who do have underlying issues that need help, can't help themselves or can't. Prayers to y'all.
Right.
Hopefully y'all get well.
Amen.
We definitely hope, you know what I'm saying, you find a kidney ASAP.
Yeah.
So we definitely praying for
Man,
you.
I appreciate you being here with us.
Oh, yeah.
sure, bro.
Oh, yeah. That's family,
Yeah,
man.
squad.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know it.
Oh, yeah.
You know it.
But yeah, shout out to y'all, though. Y'all get well. Take care of yourselves. And if y'all need help, reach out to somebody. For sure.
My turn. I want to give a shout out to my aunts and uncles that she was about to throw under the bus. All my mother's siblings, including my mother as well. Y'all been really influential in life, and y'all make this really, really easy, what I do here, from everything y'all taught me. So, much love to all of y'all.
I want to give a shout out to everybody that remembers me and took the time to listen to my plea for a kidney. Whether you offer me one or not, it's nice to remember old people that I went to school with. You know, it's nice to remember the names and that people still remember you.
Yeah.
So it's a nice feeling. I want to give a shout out to the nurses at Rush University Hospital, and I just want to give a shout out to God, because anything is possible to Him through Him.
Shout out to your babies.
Oh, and I want to give a shout out to Kelly, all my children.
Yeah. Definitely shout out to your babies. I love them. Every time I come here, they make me feel like a
And I want
celebrity.
to give a shout out to Ryan and his co-worker.
Yeah.
This is my godmama.
Ryan and
Yeah.
the co-worker.
That's
the
Broke
new
Dusty.
title.
I don't know your name.
That's cool.
Broke
That's,
Dusty.
nope, the co-worker.
That's your other nephew if your sister tell you.
The co-worker. Ryan and the co-worker.
So they always mess up his name.
Yeah.
So that's why he...
What is your name?
The co-worker.
No, what is his name?
He goes by Broke Dusty. He won't let me say his regular name on camera.
Okay.
Mitchell is my real name.
Oh, he said it for you.
Mitchell's my
Yeah, he said it. Okay.
The Broke Dusty.
That was huge.
The co-worker now.
I love it.
I was, for sure.
Your sister said shout out to you for being so brave.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
For sure.
Is that Rwanda? Oh, okay.
That's the only one who I know going to talk on here. I don't think the other ones
I think she might
use
be
social
asleep.
media like that. She ain't going. That's my auntie. I love her. I'm not going. She going to watch it eventually.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to get one last word before we go?
I love you guys. Thanks for listening.
That's it. Cut the show.
So.